Hello and welcome to Knit All the Yarn podcast. My name is Lisa and I live in Michigan with my husband and my kiddos. You can find me on Instagram and Ravelry as 72 Stitches. And this is episode 260. I got my coffee, peppermint mocha creamer, in my summer sock camp mug 2022. There we go. Love it. This is my YouTube channel where I share my knitting, crocheting, cross stitch, whatever crafty thing I'm up to. Today is Friday. Friday, June 14th, and it is 9:20 a.m. Yeah, it's 9:20. I'm a little late today. It's okay. Waiting for the sun to move. Per usual. Today I have 2 finished objects and 3 whips. I will be showing my Freckled Whimsy Halloween club for June, and I will be showing my Christmas club for June too. So if you haven't got yours yet, close your eyes when I show those. Let's see, what else do I talk about? I'll have all my show notes right down there in the description box. Click the word more a couple times, it should pop up for you. I will have my Instagram, my email, Ko-Fi if you would like to donate to my podcast. What else? My Ravelry group will be down there. Also, I need to make a mention of this. I totally forgot about this. I think I remembered Wednesday, so oopsie. So Knit All the Stripes started and June 1st, and I forgot to put up the FO thread. I was noticing a lot of people posting all of their pictures in the chatter thread, which is awesome because, you know, that's good to post them in both. But then I realized that the FO thread was not created. So it is now. So if you posted finished objects in the chatter thread, go back and pop them in the FO thread. I'll be drawing pattern prizes from both threads of those. But I wanted to mention that because I totally forgot. I'm surprised somebody didn't say something to me. Excuse me. I also have knit all the scraps over there in the Ravelry group and knit all the MKALs, which are the Stephen West MKALs. I am still not in the shawl mood, so I'm just not gonna knit any shawls. I shouldn't have hosted this KAL because I thought it would motivate me, but it actually did the opposite. I made one this year, I think in January I did one, and then that's it. But I'm hoping that when the MKAL starts in October this year that my shawl mojo will come back. I do plan on doing that. Also, I am not gonna do the Stephen West mystery sock knit along this year. I love his patterns. I love his, you know, his vibe, but his socks do not fit me very well, the ones that I've knit. And I don't like knitting pattern socks. But I want to thank him because last year I did this and it was my first time doing a heel flap and gusset, and it motivated me to do other like easier heel flaps and gussets because his was a little wonky. Yeah. So I will thank him for that, but I just don't like pattern socks. But I will be keeping an eye out on all of the thread, or no, the hashtag on Instagram. All right. I will have all the links to all the things down below. The patterns, bags, yarns, all that good stuff will be down there. Talk about reading, watching. Yeah, I think that's it. I think we'll get started. Finished object number 1. I think these are my favorite. Are you ready? Look at this. Oh my. This is Pretty Twisted Yarns. I would tie-dye for you. Yep, I would tie-dye for you. Love it. I I love how these pulled so much. A lot of you said it reminded you of like Weather Radar, and I totally agree. So there's that one. I don't know which one was which. I think I had one done last week. So I pretty much used the whole yarn. I did not change for heels and toes or cuffs. I just let the pooling magic happen, and I absolutely love them. And needles and pattern. I use US 1.5, which is a 2.5 millimeter, 64 stitches. I use a Chiaogoo red lace, a 32-inch cord. I knit my socks magic loop, cuff down, and the pattern is Vanilla Socks on Magic Loop by Kay of the Crazy Sock Lady. I think that's it. And I do 12 rows of 2x2 rib. I do have some DK socks I will talk about next here. So those will be different stats, but that's all of the stats for all of my whips, my sock whips. Oh, honey, look at these. Love them. I know I had one sock done. Yeah, I don't remember where I was at. I know I had one sock done. Was I on the second one? Probably. I don't know. I started these. Look, I'm on it today. June 5th, and I finished them June 8th. These went by really fast. I couldn't put these down. Absolutely love these. Oh, love them. Perfect for summer sock camp. And for June, for Pride Month. Okay, this one is going to be the Freckled Whimsy Christmas Club for June. So if you have not got yours, look away. Yes, I casted them on Friday. I'll just tell you that now. I casted them on Friday, June 7th, and I finished them June 9th. So yeah, like 3 days. TK socks are fast. Okay, I'm going to show them now, so close your eyes. Look at these. I got them to match. So this is, let's look at my notes, Peppermint Cocoa by the Fire. Yeah, this was the Christmassy Club for Freckled Whimsy for June 2024. DK weight socks, so I used US 3s. I did 10 rows of 2x2 rib. I used the mini for the heels and the toes. It worked out where I ended the pink and that red was the next color for the heel. That's the same color as the mini, so I just said okay. And this is a 12 stripe repeat. What else? DK Weight Vanilla Socks by Kay of the Crazy Sock Lady, and 48 stitches. Love it. So these are two different colors. It's really, really hard to tell. One's like a brown, like a tan, and this one's like a pinky tan. They're very, I mean, in real life you could see that they're different, but I mean, it's really, really close. So, love it. Done. And this is pair for summer sock camp. This is number 6. My these ones are number 5. So I'm up to 6 pairs for summer sock camp. Go me. Yeah, I already told you the dates. I'm on it today. All right. So that's all my finished objects. If you didn't want to see the Freckled Whimsy, you can open your eyes again. So now I got whips. I'm wearing a skirt. I'm wearing pants. I don't know if you saw my leg, but I'm wearing a skirt today. Because we'll talk about weather later. So I want to let you know that I have pants on, or some form of pants on. Oh, I I need a sock blocker because I got a hoe. Got a hoe for this one. Rugrats bag. I think these were a whip last week, and I did not finish them. Like I thought I was. Like, there's no way I can finish these. So let's get them on a sock blocker. This is the Opal. The one that you all voted for a couple weeks ago. Here is the tag. That's the painting it's representing or inspired by. I think it's a pretty good representation. And the colorway is 4055. Love it. All right, here is sock number 1. So these are fingering weight. So it's all the same 64 stitches and all that jazz. Yeah. If you're curious about my markers, I will link a video down below. Yeah. I did not change the yarn. I just started at the cuff, knit, 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 did the heel flap, did the heel turn, did the gusset, and did the toe. I did not cut it at all. This was wild and crazy, and I don't think it really matters. So that's nice when self-striping actually works like that. Usually with self-striping, you gotta be careful, like this. Obviously, I would not be able to do that with this one. So sometimes I cut it, sometimes I don't, depending on where the color change ends up. But I try to make sure that the color change does not happen at the heel. If it happens like in the top of the sock, that's fine. Because when you pick up your gusset, you're not going to notice it. But you are going to notice it if your heel changes in that color. Or in the back of your sock where you're going to start your heel flap. So I usually just let the yarn tell me. If the yarn says, nope, I'm not going to make it all the way back, I just stop. And cut it at that point, maybe, depending on where it is. But yeah, here's sock number 1. 64 stitches. And I cast on the second sock is cast on. And also, these are not matching. Yeah, not matching. I don't even know. I mean, this repeat is so long that I can't even tell. I can't even tell. But yeah, not gonna match. These are so wild and crazy that I don't care. Don't care. These are gonna be for me. I love Opal socks. They're like rustic and crunchy. I love them. These are great, like January, February socks. Yeah, cuff down, magic loop, 32-inch cord. These are Chiaogoo red lace needles. The only needles I use, I think, pretty much. Except for some DPNs, but I don't use DPNs very often anymore because I just, like for hats, I used to use DPNs, but then I'm like, magic loop. So I don't usually use DPNs anymore. I don't think I do. All right, we'll just put that back on there. Why not? So that is Summer Sock Camp pair number 7. And here's Summer Sock Camp pair number 8. This is in my unusual surroundings. I forgot, this is unusual surroundings too. Unusual surrounding bags today. And I got my Star Wars, back to my Star Wars socks, mustache yarn. This one is Dark Warrior, aka Kylo Ren, and this is like perfect. She nailed it with this colorway. I absolutely love this. I remember seeing this at one point, and I'm like, I don't know about that. And then eventually I'm like, I have to catch them all. So I just purchased it a couple years ago. So glad I did. I love it. All right, here we go. Oh, look at this. So I knew that the grays like gradiated, but I thought it was every other stripe. But it's like 2 stripes of the same color. 2, 2, 2, and I'm on the second one. So here's where I started, and I'm back to that gray right up here. So that's one whole repeat. Awesome. Love it. So, and then I did my heel. I just finished my gusset. So the heel is in Lolo Did It Folsom. So yeah, I just finished my gusset decreases. So we are ready for the foot. I think I have 100, or do I have 90? I got 96 rows so far. So usually I like to do 140-ish, 44, somewhere around there. I would love to finish this sock today. We will see how it goes. I finished the gusset this morning. I have my window open and my blind is shut. So if you hear bang, 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 that is the blinds banging on the window. It's hot. I need the window open today. So yeah, same thing. 64 stitches, 12 rows of knit 2, purl 2. Love them. Love that red. And then I was really debating on doing that speckly pop of color like I did on my Lando socks, but I decided to go with this gray, and I think it's pretty good. It's really, really, really close to this one. So I was like, well, I'm just gonna knit my leg and see where I end up on my heel. And if it was close to this, I'd be like, nope. But so I feel like Kylo Ren needs, he's moody. He needs a dark color heel. Yeah, and then I'm just gonna do the heels in that color. I don't think I'm gonna do the toe in a different color. I'm just gonna keep on going. And this is the first sock. I do not have the second sock cast on. I will, once I finish this one, I will cast it on. But then I'll go back to my Opal socks. Finish that sock. That's what I've been doing. And I like that. I do one sock, and then I go to the second whip, do one sock. Go back, finish it, go back and finish the other whip. So yeah, I am really loving the 2 sock whips. I was a 1 sock whip lady for a long time, but we'll see. That might change. It probably does. It's not as bad now because I'm just focusing on socks for summer sock camp. I don't have a lot of whips. If I start casting on other things, then that might cause me some stress. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. All right, my last whip. Bag made from Happy Little Yarn, Amie. Love it. And this is my Musselburgh hat. Musselburgh. Also mustache yarn. And this is the Death Star Retirement Party. I've had this on my needles for a while now. Slowly, slowly chipping away. Here is how much I got done this week. This is a Twin Mountain Handcrafts Progress Keeper coffee cup. So here we are. I'm doing the adult medium and the 128 stitches. I've mentioned in the past my gauges. If I do it to the gauge, the pattern says, it comes out too big. So I knit the second size. Or not the second size, the second gauge instructions. These are also Chiaogoo red lace, 16-inch cord, US 3s. So yeah, I'm just knitting away. I love the pooling on this. It's cool. Try not to make sure I don't lose any stitches. And let's weigh this skein of yarn because I think I'm just gonna knit it until I wrote down 10 grams. I'm just gonna knit it till I have 10 grams left, and then I'll do my decreases. So there it is in the skein. 71. Last week did I have 80? So I almost knit 10 grams. Knit 9 grams on that. That's not very good, but that's okay. Whoops. Turn off scale. I mean, I'm not in a rush. I try to pick it up in the evenings. Sometimes I just want to work on socks. So I will move my marker up now. I would like to finish this month, but I don't know. I don't know if it's going to happen because June is like half done. So I don't know. Can I knit 60 grams and a decrease in 2 weeks? I know if I like really focus on this, I could finish this in like 2 weeks, but I haven't really been focused on it. I do love it though. I love it. I just love my socks more. That's it. That's that. All right, that is all of my, that's all my whips. That's all I got. All right. I guess I will show you my Freckled Whimsy Halloween club, and then I'll go into reading and watching and life stuff. So if you don't want to sit around for the more of the chit chat. All right, I'm gonna show it. This is the Freckled Whimsy Halloween Club number 2 for June 2024. It's a 12 stripe repeat. Ooh, love it. All right, close your eyes if you don't want to see. It's called Free Broom Rides. Love that. Oh. And I get the 75-25 base. Superwash Merino Nylon. Fingering weight. Usually in October, it is not cold enough for me to wear DK weight socks. And I feel like I wear my fingering weight socks more than my DK weight ones. So I am okay with wearing Halloween socks whenever. But yeah, if they're DK weight, I can only really wear them like maybe 3 months out of the year. These I can wear longer, so I decided to get fingering weight. So this will be going into the summer sock camp bin or basket. Okay, I'm gonna set it down. You can look now. When it gets towards like the last podcast of the month, I will show you my basket. You can see how empty it's getting. So there are stuff that's going in there. I mean, I'm taking stuff out, but stuff is still going in there. Like my Christmas club, well, that kind of went in there. I'd immediately cast those on, so I didn't grab anything out of my basket. These Halloween ones are gonna go in the basket. So technically, during summer sock camp, I'll only be adding like 6. Or actually 3. I mean, I'll knit the Christmas club ones, but the Halloween ones I'm gonna stick in the basket. I think I decided that I might start casting these on in August. I'll do like my fun summery ones first, and then I'll do my Halloween ones. But I'm gonna love these Halloween ones. These are green. There's lots of green in here. Love it. All right, that's my stash. I got nothing else. I did order a bag. As you know, last week was kind of rough. This week was even rougher. So I'm glad I treated myself to a bag. It's not yarn. I think it was shipped yesterday. So I might start using that as soon as I get it. And once you see it, it was made for me, so I had to get it. I was doing really good about not buying project bags, and then this year I bought 3 of them. So I think I went like a year and a half without buying a project bag, so I thought that was pretty good. Okay, now I'm going to get into chatter, reading and watching, life stuff. So if you do not want to listen to me ramble anymore, I will see you next week. Yes, I am here on Monday. First, I probably should have started this off in the episode, but I forgot. My husband went to Texas last week, and he did not get sick. So we are all good. So thank you so much for all the comments about sending your healing vibes. They worked. So far, nobody is sick. He got home on Monday, and this is Friday. So I think we're in the clear. I don't know, but we're all good. Okay, reading and watching. It's going to be short because it's the same stuff. I have not been watching TV. I'm just not in the mood to watch TV. Reading. I did not start an audiobook this week. I just I am currently reading Words, The Heir of Fire. That's the Throne of Glass book number 3. I'm reading that on my Kindle. I think I'm like 30% in. I feel like I'm going to have to reread this series because I feel like I'm missing a lot, because I'd only read this book before I go to bed. And reading before bed, I don't, when stuff happens, it doesn't soak in very well, and I forget. So I think this series would be good to do on audio at some point. Maybe at the end of the year, if I have a bunch of credits left for Audible, maybe I'll just get the whole series and just re-listen to it. Yeah. So I'm reading that, and for watching, my husband and I are watching A Man in Full. We have one season, or not one season, we have one episode left. I believe it says season 1, but I believe it's like a one and done type thing. I don't think there's going to be any more, but I am enjoying it. Love it. I hope they can wrap everything up in one more episode. We'll see. And that's on Netflix. And that's it. I haven't been watching TV. I've been watching a ton of knitting podcasts. So I was like 7 months behind on the Knit Girls. I finally caught up with them. That's probably most of them right there. And yeah, the normal ones. Crazy Sock Lady. Who else do I watch? I'm blanking now. Knit for Brains. Amie from Happy Little Yarn. Lindsay from Lazy Lemon Creations. Needles at the Ready. Night Owl Fibers. There's a den. We Share Needles. There's also a new one I started watching, but I don't remember the name. And that's horrible. Something about sibling energy. You guys probably know what it is. She's had a YouTube channel for a while, but her friend decided to do the show with her, or do the podcast with her, so she kind of like rebranded and switched it up a little bit. So there was like 3 episodes with them, and I love them. So I'm gonna continue watching those guys. I really wish I knew what the podcast was called. Oops. If you know, put it down below. Yeah, so mostly just catching up with all of my knitting podcasts is what I've been doing. Yeah. All right, life stuff. Things have not been well. Let me tell you, it's been a rough week again. Let's see. I don't want to get into it too much. So I recorded last Friday, and the next day, my cousin's husband passed away. He was 47. He had cancer, lung cancer. I knew about this for a while. Yeah, so that was not pleasant. So I had to go to the funeral yesterday. And that was awful. 47 is way too young. So then I got, I was thinking about, I'm 40, so it's just like, dang. Life is short. Life is short, guys. What else? Yeah, I didn't knit at all yesterday. I was not in a good mood yesterday. I was not in a good place. I'm feeling a little bit better today. Enough to record. Sorry, if I'm not my chipper usual self. I don't know. I'm not usually chipper, but if I seem a little down, that's probably why. What else? Today is the last day of school for my kiddos. They have half day today, so they'll be home shortly. It's 9:50 now. They'll probably be home at like 11. They'll be home in like an hour. Yeah, last day of school. So they will be in 7th and 8th grade next year. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I got one more year and Chloe's gonna be in high school. That's kind of scary. That's scary. And then 2 more years, both of my kids will be in high school. Ugh, okay. Enough of that. I don't want to make myself cry here on the podcast. Okay, what else? Weather. It's going to be hot this week. Summer decided to show up in full force. We have 90s Monday through Friday. And I'm not talking low 90s. I'm talking like mid 90s. Like 96, 97. There are some 92s in there. But oh my, that is way too hot. So I'm going to be camped inside my house all week and praying that the air conditioner doesn't break. Because that's too hot. That's way too hot. I mean, I think 80s is hot. Yeah, so the air conditioner is going to have a workout this week. Yeah, I'm so glad that I put my blankets away because there is absolutely no way that I'll be working on blankets when it's 90 degrees outside. Yeah, so with the kids out of school, I will be looking forward to not waking up at 6 a.m. I think I'm a morning person, but 6 a.m. is not, it's too early. I like to get up at 7. 7 is like a perfect time to get up. 7 o'clock. I like that. I can do 7. 6 is too much. So my kids will be home. We're going to start probably watching the British baking show. I think we have like 2 seasons that we haven't watched. That's our like summer tradition. So if we finish the 2 seasons, I don't know if my kids want to go back and watch any of them. Because it's like, if we know who wins, I don't know if we want to watch it. So we'll see. See what Netflix has. I think there's just 2 seasons. So I don't know. We'll see. They might want to go back and watch it. No idea. But so we're gonna plan on watching that this week. Definitely if it's gonna be like 90 some degrees out. No. We'll be going to the library on Monday, probably. My youngest really wants some books. She's been reading a lot on the Kindle, but I think she's missing books, so we're going to do that. And I'm hoping on Thursday I can get my hair cut. I wanted to do it yesterday, but that did not happen. I'm not going to go crazy. I like to get, like, maybe usually twice a year, I like to get a couple inches cut off, just to cut off all the dead ends, all the split ends, just a couple inches. I used to have my hair real short sometimes, but I'm not into it. Not into the short hair. So I just gonna get a couple inches off. My youngest really needs her haircut. We had her school pictures at the beginning of the year, and We said, okay, after school pictures, we'll cut your haircut, and we never did for the rest of the year. So her hair is like probably just as long as mine is. So I think we're gonna go do that, get her haircut, get our haircut. Yeah, that's the plans this week. I'm gonna keep on knitting the socks and my hat here and there. I do have my next 2 socks ready to go. They're both mustache, so I'm hoping they'll be at some state of cast on next week. I feel like by Monday I should be able to finish my 2 sock whips that I got, so I'll have new ones started. Yeah, I think that's it. We got a short episode today. I'm not feeling very chatty today. Gonna be a day of knitting. I know a lot of you said, I don't even remember saying this, but apparently I said last week, I like to knit my feelings, or knitting my feelings, or something like that. I should have had that as a title, and I didn't. So maybe this time we'll be knitting my feelings. That will be the episode today. All right, I guess that's it. Yeah, I guess that's it. That's all I got. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, I love hearing from you. Put them right down there. And hopefully I will see you next week. Bye.